It's time for good energy, and I'm Dr. Julie, and welcome to Bodyful Day 212. We are talking about new job and the senses, and today we're talking about the sense of taste. It is day 3 of our series on new job and the senses. You probably have been wondering, if you've been looking at these videos and not yet popped on, how can we do new job in the senses? I mean, a new job is a new job. But your senses are the gateway into processing that new job and giving you good energy in, as well as the stressors that you experience. So let's start with the basics, and we'll jump into how your sense of taste can help you get used to a new job or start something new. All right, let's take a deep breath in. And release. All right, our next breath in, you're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to expand. Ooh, a little bit of mint down the wrong tube. Expand in your belly, expand in your chest, and then breathe into those sinuses and head like somebody's just cranking that skull open. And then tuck your tailbone as you finish that breath in, and then relax. Here we go. Deep breath in. And release. And we're gonna take one more deep breath in. And I don't know if we did your first ever job, but if you can think about your first ever job, I want you to breathe into that first ever job. Think about your first day or the first week, how you felt, and breathe into that. Take a deep breath in and release. My first ever job was as a lifeguard. They hired me and didn't realize that I wasn't 16 until later on in the summer, but they wanted me in, so they paid me to be there anyway when I was 15, which was pretty nice. All right, so today we're going to talk about the sense of taste. And remember, we're always working from the healing equation. Energy to heal equals good energy and minus stressors. And when we are thinking about the healing equation, it is energy to get through that new job, energy to get you going through that new job, because that new job provides you with a blank slate so that you can totally start anew, as well as providing you with stressors because it's a new location, it's a new space for you, there are new procedures and things that you have to learn, and all of that is in that stressful space. So how do we get through a new job using our senses? Well, today we're going to talk about the sense of taste. And the sense of taste is interesting because you can think about your past job and your past eating behaviors and go, you know, I wasn't really eating as healthy as I should at that office. Maybe you were going to the break room and having too many snacks. Maybe it was a big celebration department and there was always extra food there. Maybe the front desk, when you walked in every morning or you checked in, the receptionist had a big bowl of candy, and that was just something you went right to. Or it could be that your last job was perfect for you in terms of not having extra food and anything around, and you really, really did well. Okay, so let's say that in either one of those cases, you now want to start anew. You want to come into your new job with a new sense of taste. They are after me again. With a new sense of taste. You want to use your taste sense to its best because we want to make sure it brings you good energy in. And one of the cool things about a new job, I feel like it's still biting me, a new job is that it provides you that blank slate. Gretchen Rubin, in her book, Better Than Before, talks about the fact that when you make a dramatic change, it is a great opportunity to change everything because there aren't any cues to those old habits, or there are fewer cues to those old habits. So you changing jobs means that you could start eating differently. You could start meal planning your lunch and just have it ready to dump in. You could have meals sent to you. You could make sure that you made enough the night before so that you had leftovers every single time you went to lunch, and you ate what you ate for dinner the previous night. You can create a new pattern because your old cues are no longer there. Your old cues of this is where the break room is, this is where the fridge is, these are where the snack vending machines are, and you can now break out of that by using different cues and bringing healthier food. So that is the cool thing about changing a job and when we're dealing with taste. You can also start new habits. Like you could have a small spice pot of cinnamon sitting in your desk drawer. Cinnamon gets rid of fungus. It's a drying spice, so it has a tendency to reduce fungus. It's good for blood sugar, and it helps reduce appetite. So if you think you eat not because you're hungry, but because you are stressed or avoiding something, or you're not busy enough, then maybe having that little pot of cinnamon that you can just lick your finger, dip your finger in, and stick it on your tongue might just be what you need. You could also look at water intake, and maybe instead of just water, maybe you're drinking tea. And you could make sure that every week that you when you go to the grocery store, you buy the tea that you want, or you buy multiple types of tea, so that you just keep rotating one and then the next and then the next. And these are flavors that get you back into your body when you're stressed, or get you back into your body when you want to be distracted because you don't have enough to do. And these are just ways to bring you back in. These are habits that you could incorporate based on taste to get you good energy in. Now, we can also talk about the stressors. So if you ate great in your last job because you had some friends that were really good at making sure that you had the right energy, you guys went for walks at lunch, going into a new job, it's going to be very difficult because you don't already have that cohort set up. You don't have that friend group set up where, you know, you guys make lunch for each other once a week, and or for 1 week, one of you makes lunch and it's all really healthy, and that way the other two don't have to stress about making lunch, and you get 2 weeks off. I don't know. There are some really cool approaches to making lunch at work that is both healthy and time. It only constrains you once a week, not once a week, once a month, where you have to bring the lunch in, but everybody else brings lunch in the other times in. You may not have that. So what you have to do is you have to use your sense of taste and figure out, well, what are ways that I can make sure that when I go to this job for the first few weeks, the first month, if I don't have that cohort, how can I make it easier on myself to maintain my good eating habits? Well, maybe for that first 2-3 weeks, first month, you need to have meals sent to your office. Maybe you need to have salads brought in. Maybe you need to ask your partner if they can bring in a salad for you, because you're trying to get used to all of this and you just don't have the time, you just don't have the energy to get that done. You could always do that, asking for something that you need to make sure you have fewer stressors is actually a great way of increasing your energy to heal. All right, so you can prepare your body through tastes for getting extra good energy in, especially if you know how your normal habits are. And you can also ask for help in the lunch department if you know that starting this new job is going to provide a lot of stress, and eating healthy is another stressor, but you know it would be good energy in. Asking for help and seeing if you can find someone or some way to bring meals to you for that first month while you're settling in would be very helpful. All right, let's finish this off. Take a deep breath in. and release. All right, have a great day. Join me here tomorrow. Take care.